Good day, good afternoon, good evening wherever you are. Welcome to the next set of matches for the Mania 4K World Cup 2022. And we'll be starting this block off with Thailand versus Sweden. I'm Siloas Kaels and joining me on commentary is Potassium F. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Still from that last match, we saw some really nice scores from the two countries. Now we've got two more teams here. Thailand and Sweden here. Thailand being the 8th seed and Sweden being 25th. So another one of these Asia versus European matchups here. And Sweden here, as you can see, a bit of a small roster, but the players that they do have did play quite well in the qualifiers. So should be interesting to see what kind of fight they can put up against Thailand, who is one of those really strong teams that we saw during qualifiers.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Thailand. They did absolutely amazing in qualifiers, and honestly, Sweden, considering the team, they only have 4 members if I'm not mistaken. They did amazing for whatever they had.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, interestingly enough, looking at the kind of scores, these two teams have pretty clear strengths and weaknesses in both of their playstyles, and they just so happen to be opposite, which is always fun to see. Sweden being a team that really does excel in the Rice aspect more than the LN, while, Thailand, you can look at their ranking scores for the qualifiers. Number 2 overall in LN is Thailand. So definitely a really, really, really strong LN team. Thailand is. So I would imagine that we're going to see an LN ban and probably an SV ban from the side of Thailand. Getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here, but yeah, I think definitely some big opportunities for Sweden to take a lot of points here, especially in that SV. Sweden actually, I think they beat Thailand in SV if I'm not mistaken. So they're actually a really strong SV team. And of course, with 2 SV maps in the pool, we're guaranteed to see at least one of them.
Well, here we go. So, as you said, it was an SV ban from Thailand. I don't think I'm that surprised, given that Sweden is a pretty good SV team, given that their qualifier seeding there was 14. Okay, yeah, it was 14.
Okay, yeah. So I just missed the bans there, having the stream disappear on me for a second. But either way, we are seeing an SV ban, the expected SV ban, SV2 here, while Sweden is going to be banning the Red Velvet map, which is more of the mix of density and long notes. So maybe some of the players not quite comfortable with getting good accuracy on that one there from Sweden. So pretty expected bans coming in here.
See, I'm not that surprised, especially considering how much of a threat Thailand is, especially on the long notes. And Sweden starting with Rice, I think that's an okay pick to start off with. Though I kind of expected Firestarter, but I guess they're saving that up for later.
Yeah. So, I do think Firestarter is Sweden's best pick, but at the end of the day, they get plenty of picks, right? They're going to at least, at minimum, get 3 picks here. So the order that they pick it is not going to be too impactful. They probably would have picked Irons eventually at some point anyway. It's going to be the Endurance Jump Stream map. So 209 BPM about. All 6 players I would expect to be able to play this pretty well. So at the end of the day, it's going to come down to their consistency and whether or not they can hold on to their accuracy for as long as 4 minutes.
Well, 4 minutes is pretty long for a round of 32 map if you were to ask me. And this really tests your consistency early on, as you said.
Yeah, definitely no easy feat to keep up for the entire amount of time here, especially in this kind of stage, right? Against players as good as this, you're really not really good enough to just pull onto the combo. All these players are going to be aiming for good accuracy throughout the entire duration. And really trying to get good accuracy can tire you out more than just trying to play the map.
Yeah, really, it could be a sacrifice whether or not you'd want to keep the combo or you'd risk getting higher act, but you'll have a higher chance to miss. And I think that's what Sweden's going for here. Thailand as a team is really good at raw act, and one of the one of the things that you may want to see is if the other team is more prone to chokes. Though we'll see our answer once this map starts.
Okay, yep, we've got all the players here. So we're actually seeing Miku Aimbot playing this one here. I don't think they played any of the Rice qualifiers we saw. But definitely a really strong accuracy player, so it makes sense why they would come in for a map such as this. We're getting off to a actually in favor of Sweden at the start. I think there's a bit of desync somewhere.
I think it was Miku aimbot. As you can see, it's a little bit lower than the rest of the players.
Yeah, that's right. Because looking at these accuracies from Thailand, there is no way the gap should be this large.
MX Act is a little bit behind, and so is Diamond Blaze now. Neon Dracon losing that consistency a little, but it should not be too much of a problem. Though the Thailand team, however, what is this consistency? 99.9 all across the board on that team.
This is some crazy accuracy from Thailand right now. And Thailand are definitely in the lead. Don't trust that bottom bar right there. But looks like Neon Dracon also dropping maybe a couple 200s towards the end of that stream there, dropping down to 99.8. Still actually very good accuracies across the board for Sweden.
For a seed 25, if I'm not mistaken, team, that's an absolutely strong score. At least strong team score.
It's a really strong team score, absolutely. 99.8 almost across the board now for Sweden, but looking at, I mean, Miku Aimbot 99.98, like what is that? What are you gonna do that?
Yeah, Miku Aimbot really solidifying the name Aimbot into their username by just killing that. Accuracy literally almost perfect. Thailand is not showing any signs of slowing down, and so is Sweden actually, because they're increasing that accuracy pretty fast.
Yeah, Sweden's actually made a pretty big recovery from the early act loss, really getting into the swing of things here. Actually, now Neon Dracon having the lowest accuracy, bit flipped from the start of the map, but still, that's a bit of it's an average of about 99.8 on Sweden's side, but the average on Thailand's side, like 99.94.
Crazy to think that 99.77 would be the lowest in this lobby. That just goes to show how these players have improved so much nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the level of accuracy that we see from basically all players in this tournament now is so extremely high that it becomes scary. Any kind of miss or any mistake from any of these players, and this still applies, by the way. This is a really long map. Still a third of the map left. Any miss from Thailand could definitely give Sweden a little bit of an advantage.
Well, not right now because we did not catch Diamond Blaze missing. But despite that one mistake, Diamond Blaze's accuracy is still the best in the Sweden team. And Thailand, overall, just better than everyone in that team.
Yeah, I didn't catch that because the accuracy is still so high from Diamond Blaze. 99.84, I didn't actually expect there to be a miss in there as well. But yeah, that's going to be really unfortunate for Team Sweden because now Thailand are in such a massive lead. They're going to have to miss a few times. And so far, they just haven't really shown any of that kind of weakness so far in this map.
Really, just no team has slowed down. In fact, Diamond Blaze's act is increasing. Wow. 99.85 with the miss. That is really impressive, come to think.
Yeah, Diamond Blaze act, I think they got a couple like 200s at the start of the map as well. So this ratio from Diamond Blaze is actually going to be really impressive. But, I mean, 99.97 by the way.
This, yeah, that miss. Wait, 168.
Oh, 67.
67, and just about right for a 999k. Very impressive score. And I just realized, but we have a 990 across the board for every player.
Yeah, all 6 of these scores are really good. But then Thailand's lowest score is a 997, 184, 300 double S. That is comfort. They are comfortable on these maps, and that's scary to see from the side of Sweden.
Oh man, but really, Sweden should definitely give themselves a pat in the back for a great performance as a team.
Absolutely. But now the LNs come for Thailand. You thought Miku aimbot 999k on a Rice map when in the first place, I think their biggest strength is in the LN accuracy department.
Yeah, that is true. Thailand is a really good Rice team in general, but you know, when it comes to LNs, they're a different type of team. They're just absolutely going to destroy most of the teams that you see. And we're going to be seeing Pavin in the roster. Now, that's a surprising pick. I've known Pavin to be a really good Rice player, but I did not know they were also proficient at LNs.
Yeah, actually, I didn't see any scores from Pavin during the qualifiers. It was mostly Banan coming in as the third player for the Thailand squad in those LN maps, that is.
Well, it could. I mean, there could have been a reason why Pavin didn't play. Like, maybe they were not available at the time, but right now, you get to see the true extent of what Pavin could do, and I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely going to be the first time we're seeing them in this tournament. Of course, Act Area here, very different map to what we saw in the qualifiers LN. This is a lot less physically intense, but still has a lot of that tricky, like, kind of release patterns, right? It's very easy to make a wrong release timing, right? Hold it for too long, hold it for not long enough, and get a couple of bad judgments here and there.
Yeah, the thing about maps like this is they do not have that many nodes as well sometimes, and they're not particularly fast. This is a release pick after all, so I will not be surprised if one mistake basically decides it.
And Emic starting off with a couple 200s there. Should have some time to catch up in the accuracy though. And but that's a big miss from Diamond Blaze, yeah.
That was surprising, but right now, Thailand again with that insane balance of accuracy. Everyone in the 99.8 range, and Emic misses again, but not only that, they also have a huge accuracy drop to come with it, and that's not good.
Yeah, some of the Swedish players here not seeming the most comfortable on these LN maps.
Miko aimbot right now though, 99.91, absolutely crushing this. How to play LN and Pavin dropped a little bit, but that should not affect too much, as Neon Drakon is the only player in Sweden to match that.
Yeah, Neon Drakon actually doing really, really well. Keeping up, basically tied here with how to play LN and Pavin.
I just realized that Emic is a little bit behind, I think. And despite that, I still think the Thai lead would be so huge as Emic misses again.
Yeah, unfortunate misses here. Just not very comfortable. Very hard to be comfortable with maps like this with, you know, the release and the coordination needs to be so high to be able to play maps like these. And here, in the very dense last section here of the map, all the players kind of maintaining their accuracy. Miku aimbot's accuracy is going up. Oh no, 99.93.
Yeah, it's going up, everyone. It's going up. This is good enough for like 997, I believe. And yeah, it is a 997.
Almost 998 even.
What is this? What is this team score? 2987, 79 perfects only.
That's the first 200 that Thailand has gotten so far in the match. 1 200 in 2 maps.
Yep. And not only that, but Neon Drakon putting up a really good fight, and Diamond Blaze's ratio is also really good. Unfortunately, they just really couldn't keep up with the 200 counts, let alone their full combos as well.
Yeah, Neon Drakon's score actually 991k is very hard to get. It might not seem like it looking at Thailand's scores, but 991k is very, very good.
It's true. And right now, Sweden, I think If I were Sweden, I would probably try something with Cutter, or
I
maybe
think
even.
Firestarter has to be coming soon. You have to eventually pick Firestarter from Team Sweden. Unless they haven't practiced it, but I'm sure they did practice.
I mean, if you're checking the qualifiers, Sweden has a higher seed in SV than Thailand. So if you were the team, you would want to pick something that you have an advantage on with the information that you have, and you better use it. There we go, Firestarter.
It's gonna come in. Definitely gonna be Sweden's best chance to get back in this match, and they need it right now, right? They're 2-0 down. So a point right now is definitely gonna help raise the morale a little bit, build some momentum up for Sweden.
Yeah, you gotta stop the bleeding. I know it's just 2-0, but any form of stopping the bleeding this early on is super important. And they have to do it now. Gotta get into the board real quick.
Yeah, but that said, it's not going to be easy. Thailand definitely are very strong at SV as well. Both of these teams, I would say, are fairly closely matched. It all really depends on, how comfortable are these players with this kind of match.
Konkawa and AOM are two of Thailand's SP players. I'm not surprised, though. I am actually also surprised to not see Banan here. Oh, I think that was a disconnect. Wait a minute. Oh, wait.
Oh,
This should be
that's
aborted.
just
This should be aborted.
Is it disconnect? Some funky stuff. I think it might just be the client not showing something, or is AOM just not playing?
Oh, well.
Thailand fails the map. 1 point to Sweden.
1 point to Sweden.
Oh, AOM's on blue team.
Oh my god. Alright.
It was almost a 2v4.
Well, looks like. Well, you were saying that we should stop the bleeding. I think that was one way to do it.
Epic asking if that actually counts. Imagine.
Imagine.
Thailand team
Wait.
fails because none of them start playing the map.
What is going on? Wait, what is going on? Click the color. I think we're just trying to sort out the teams here. Am I right? I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, I think that was a problem with just not being on the right team before starting.
Yeah, but that happens. That happens. So it's still 2-0. Just to be clear with everyone, it's still 2-0. This is not 2-1. That does not count.
Most anticlimactic map ever.
Well, here we go. This is the real deal now.
Hopefully.
Okay, well, looks like everyone's ready, so this is the real deal.
We got some mad desyncs with the client today.
Oh,
I don't know what's
man.
going on.
What is going on? Wait a minute.
So who's in the lead? Judging by the accuracies, Matt Diamond Blaze killing it at the start here. But it is just a few notes in. Emic gets a really rough set of 200s on those chords there. It is actually very easy to drop 200s. But should have some time to build up the accuracies. It's not too far apart, the two teams right now.
Well, with this huge desync, I cannot really tell who's in the lead, though. Judging by the accuracies, I think it is Thailand by a fair margin. But Diamond Blaze right now, 99.92, that is insane.
Diamond Blaze is crushing this map right now. Emic needs to build up the accuracy, definitely building up fast, which is good. Gonna hit 99% soon. Neon Dracon should be building up the accuracy a little bit as well. But overall, these accuracies from Thailand so far just a little bit higher.
Just a little bit. Miko aimbot at the 99.7, AOM at the 99.6, Emic trying to climb up to 99. And that's the reason why Finland, or Sweden rather, I'm sorry for that mistake. But yeah.
Bit of a break section here. Miku aimbot dropping accuracy just a little bit, I think, there. And Emic dropping back below 99%. So it's still going to be just that advantage for Thailand in the accuracy.
Yeah, that is true. And Diamond Blaze actually dropped now. Konkawa with the best hack in the lobby. Though, if you were to look at the time, there's still some time and like some time to hope for a choke to happen on Thailand's side, but it's very, very unlikely at this point.
Yeah, there's still a couple sections left with the SV in the map. There's still opportunities.
Yeah, there's still a chance. Any single break from Thailand will give it to Sweden, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. The thing with SV maps is they typically do not have that many nodes. So one miss or one mistake in general will be the death of your lead.
Absolutely, but this section is just so comfortable at the end here. I can't really imagine anyone missing. And Emic did end up bringing the accuracy back up to 99.15.
Yeah, that's a really good increase. Really good increase, but unfortunately that's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, with all 6 players FCing, it's going to be the accuracy lead for Thailand. They're going to win the point there.
That was only a 13,000 point lead. Wow, look at the ratio by Diamond Blaze. 78. Really impressive.
Yeah, that's a really good ratio. Unfortunately, just in that one section, got 3 200s and a 100. That would have been a really, really high score.
Looking at these ratios, the difference would have not been that big. But the 100 counts is what decided it. And I just saw that.
To set scroll speed. Oh, that's tragic. Well, PSA to everyone, remember to change your scroll speed before and after SV maps.
Yes, SV maps have their own gimmick, and you have to be careful with how you approach it.
Yeah, it's really unlucky. Sometimes a lot of SB maps, with one like this, Firestarter as well, some people are definitely going to be more comfortable lowering their scroll speed a little bit. So yeah, reading at a faster scroll speed than maybe they were comfortable with, which is unfortunate. But it is going to, at the end of the day, it's going to be 3-0 for Thailand. So Thailand get their own pick now. And I can imagine Almageist is up.
Wait, so that's what Amogus was?
Oh, Amogus is Almageist? Almageist?
Is that what it was? Oh, okay. I think it's Almagus. I think they're just messing with us.
I'm just scanning the rest of the maps. Is there anything else that would possibly fit?
I mean,
I
think that's the only one.
I think that's the only one, surely.
Okay, there we go. It's Almagus. It's Almagus. I just realized that it kind of sounds like it.
Kind of? It has an A and a G, that's basically it.
Yeah, but like, it also has an M, so like...
Okay, yeah, it has AMG, sure.
AMG, but like, anyways... So, Sweden essentially keeping the same roster, and Thailand with the same LN roster as we saw. So, this, I think we'll be seeing a similar result unless we'll see. If there's any change whatsoever.
It was a very, very, very convincing performance from Thailand earlier. I think they looked really, really comfortable on the other one. This is a very different map, but ultimately with how good Thailand are at LN, I don't really see this going much differently. Of course, Miku aimbot and how to play LN, they should be able to crush this. Pavin as well played really well on the previous LN map, so... Overall, it's a hard team to beat on any of these LN maps.
And right now, Emic unfortunately dropping act immediately early on, but that was client. All right, that was just a client drop. So we are seeing 299.9s on the side of Thailand.
Ooh,
unfortunately,
yeah, Neon Dracon missing. Down to 99. It's not the biggest accuracy drop, but Emic dropping as well. That's gonna... Oh, and Diamond Blaze. All three. All three FCs gone from Team Sweden. All three of them still there for Thailand. And a 99.96 at that from Miko Aimbot. 99.91 from How to Play LN.
Avin is doing absolutely amazing as well. 99.84. Just this average team score is going to be insane once more, and I cannot wait to see what it's going to be.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous out of Thailand. It's a short map. We're already like at the last quarter of the map. A few more misses from Sweden, but at the end of the day, this point lead is not recoverable. There's no way that Sweden could possibly come back. Oh, that was a pretty massive drop from Diamond Blaze there, unfortunately. Almost looked like a note lock. If I didn't already know that note locks were patched out, I would have thought it was one.
Well, they were, and wow, Thailand with a very almost at a 2990 on an Ellen pick, and that's another 67. What is that score by Miko Aimbot?
Full team triple S. I don't even know. This shouldn't even be possible.
Like, this might be wrong. This might be close, but like if you were to add up the 300 count that Thailand got, it would be lower than any of the players that Sweden got, or at least close to that. That's how different it is.
Yeah, actually, no. I think you're right. No, I think you are right. Yeah, it would be less than 500. Oh my god, what a team! Well,
man.
Thankfully for Sweden, there are no LN maps left.
That's true, and the only thing that remains that's anything close to LN is hybrid. And yeah, I think
hybrids they're very different to the LN maps. But that said, Thailand are still very, very good at the Rise. So not an easy pick for Sweden here. I would definitely go with one of the Rise picks, but which one is the question here? It really comes down to, I think, which one are they more comfortable with, really?
I would suggest Ikenai Borderline. Oh, there we go, actually. Ikenai Borderline is. So I suggest Ikenai because that pick is soakable on its own, right? Especially since they have those anchors. And I think if Thailand misses there, that's something that Sweden could capitalize on.
Yeah, absolutely. The patterning in this one, not something that you can just take for granted. Very easy to slip up on a lot of them. We're gonna get AOM back in for Thailand. Same three players have been playing every map for Sweden, but they're doing very well either way.
Yeah, that's true. Keeping the same three players for essentially almost the whole match is like going to be really difficult, especially considering how stamina and fatigue are two things you can't exactly measure with the numbers. So that alone is probably what could cause Sweden's fall. But we'll see. Choking is kind of the concern here in this map.
So right out the gates here, a little bit of an accuracy advantage for Thailand, but Sweden still very good. Diamond Blaze 99.95.
Wow, Thailand's accuracy in general 99.9 all around. That's a really strong balance again. But ALD with a huge drop. That's not good.
Yeah, that's actually gonna give it over to Sweden. I think Sweden's accuracy is still very high. Emic is lagging behind a little bit, 99.5 now. Or maybe it doesn't entirely switch to Sweden. I think a couple of the Swedish players are a bit behind. So it's hard to know who exactly is in the lead right now. But I think Neon Dracon, was that a real miss or was that a climb?
That was a real miss. So unfortunately, AOM's miss is going to cancel out. But Emic and Diamond have to keep that FC if they would want a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Diamond Blaze still with 99.89. Actually, one of the highest in the lobby, basically tied with Pavin.
Pavin and Miko Aimbot have to keep that if they want to seal the deal. And it's looking like they can, but they need to not make any more mistakes. Both teams just holding it on at the end. Very impressive showing.
It's all in this accuracy lead right now. In Thailand, it looks like they do still have that accuracy lead. Miku Aimbot and Pavin both holding so high. Diamond Blaze right there, but it's only one player from Sweden that is able to match them. And it is going to be Thailand finishing up the match 5-0 here.
That was really close. It just makes you wonder, what if Neon Jokon did not miss? But I think that would have not been enough either way.
Yeah, really strong scores here. Thailand especially getting some insane consistency and accuracy on all the picks.
That's true. Both teams did amazing, and luckily for Sweden, this is the first match that they'll be having, which means they're not eliminated yet. They're still losers bracket, and I believe they will have a shot, definitely, to showcase their skills again. And let's see how both of these teams will do on the succeeding round. But for this one, Thailand is the victor.
Yeah, and anyone interested in the matchups, Thailand will go on to face the winner of Indonesia versus Italy, while Sweden will go on to face the loser of Indonesia versus Italy. So I think next week's matchups for this kind of set is going to actually be really exciting. And speaking of as well, Indonesia versus Italy, that's actually going to be the match that we have up next. So we're going to have a match again, 30 minutes time. There will be Indonesia versus Italy on stream, where we're going to see essentially who versus Thailand and who versus Sweden next week.
So if you want to find out, stay tuned in 28 minutes from now.
Yeah, until then, we'll see you next time.
When I feel down, I try not to forget and look around. It's a beautiful place. It's not always easy living in this world, but I know it's up to me, and I am never giving up. I swear I hold on, I'm holding on, and if I It's a beautiful place.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed your nice 30-minute break there. We have 2 more matches happening simultaneously right now. The one that we're going to get on stream is going to be Indonesia versus Italy. Still Potassium F here commentating with Silweska Els.
Yep, still both of us so far. And I'd just like to say, it's really interesting to me how all the matches that has happened so far has been an Asian team and a European team.
Yeah, definitely. So far, at least. We are getting one in the background, though. That's going to be 2 South American teams versing each other there.
Yeah,
but on stream, for sure, Indonesia here against Italy. And this one, it's going to be, I think, Seed 9 versus Seed 24. So Indonesia coming with the upper hand in terms of seeding.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm pretty sure we did mention this, but whoever is going to win this will be facing Thailand, and whoever's losing this is going to be facing Sweden. So basically, it was decided already just in the previous match who the possible opponents are.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to see how these 2 teams play, because we haven't seen a huge amount of them. Now we're getting to the point where Italy is pretty good. Like, I was looking at both of these teams' qualifier scores. Italy's qualifier scores are just really solid, like just across the board. So I guess it really comes down to, between these 2 teams, it's going to come down to more of like, how well can they get good accuracy on these slightly easier maps than we saw in qualifiers. And I think Indonesia, as the rolls come in, I think Indonesia just lost the roll, barely.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I saw Kira's roll of 53.
Yeah, Kira's roll earlier. I'm trying to remember what Kira's roll.
Okay,
yeah, 53.
What's with the close rolls? Wasn't it like a 1-point difference in Sweden and Japan,
Yeah.
I think?
Yeah, we got a 1-point difference earlier in the first match. Now we've got a 2-point difference.
Man, why are people avoiding SV2? I think that has been 100% ban rate, I think, so far.
Yeah, it's kind of understandable, because SV is typically one of them that a lot of teams are going to ban, just because of how unpredictable it is. It takes a long time to learn, that kind of thing. And out of these 2 SV maps, Gypsophila is definitely the one where I would think most people would be less comfortable with. A lot of slow jam, a lot of timing that requires memorization, very, very easy to get 200. So it kind of makes sense that it's been banned a lot so far. Italy is going to be banning Axaria. So actually, Italy going to be banning out the LNs, interestingly. Indonesia is actually, both of these teams, really, they're quite well-rounded, all things considered overall. But maybe Italy, in the Axe side of things, maybe just not that comfortable with getting good accuracy on those release-type LN maps.
I'm not surprised with Italy banning LN against Indonesia. The thing with a team like Indonesia is, yes, their Rice is really powerful. I'd argue that's their strongest skill set along with hybrids, but their LNs are no joke either.
Yeah, absolutely. Indonesia was scoring consistently high across all the stages. Or the one stage that Indonesia really did like extremely well with was stage 8, where they got 3rd, I think. But that said, this stage we're not seeing maps quite as hard as stage 8 currently. So that stage 8 performance shouldn't necessarily come into full effect here in this match. And Italy actually going to go with Cutter. We are going to see one of the Tech Rice maps being picked right out the gates from Italy.
Well, that's an interesting choice. I do think Rice is the way to go. I'm just not sure if this is the pick to start off with. Indonesia is pretty good at technical patterns. I would say Rei is Indonesia's, or at least one of Indonesia's most physical players, along with Albert. Adiza is another one of those really good players, and currently I'm just wondering what Italy has in mind. Maybe they're hoping for Indonesia to choke on some of the mini jacks.
Yeah, that definitely could be the case. It is actually pretty easy to choke. Some of these jacks in this map are like 3 notes long. Can definitely trip you up if you're not paying attention. Looks like Retro EX, I believe, is an Indonesian player. Is going to be the 3rd player for Indonesia here.
Well, yep, and certainly not Italy's third player. Okay, I think I'm expecting Kira's. Oh, best pass actually. All right, that's also not surprising choice.
Yeah, Pixie, Best Fast, Sim Zero. The 3 of these players I think we saw on quite a few of the Rice maps for qualifiers, so it makes a lot of sense that they'll make a return here for one of these Rice maps.
So here we go. I think we're just waiting for everyone to get ready, and that will be the first map. It's gonna be Qatar. So far, we have yet to see a point from the blue team, or in other words, the lower seeded team. But I think this match is potentially one of those that we could actually see one.
Yeah, it definitely could happen. We'll have to see exactly how close they are in terms of the accuracy, because the accuracy has decided quite a lot of these maps so far in the tournament.
Alright, so there was actually, I think there was a match that just happened that actually did not ban SV2. And that would be Peru versus Argentina, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, those are some interesting bans. Wow. Peru banning Asymmetry and Argentina banning Q-Shell, which is one of the hybrid picks. So all the LNs up, all the SVs up for that match. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But for now, first pick here, Italy's first pick. We're going to see how these two teams fare with the technical Rice picks.
Go. I mean, really, not only are mini-jacks the concern here, but some of the roles can be difficult to act too.
Best Fast getting off to a little bit of a shaky start at the beginning there, but should have plenty of time to catch up in the accuracy. Looks like across the board, it's going to be a bit of an advantage for Indonesia, because Ray and Adiza right now all in some exceptionally strong... Oh, actually, Adiza drops accuracy quite a bit there. A few 200s on the burst.
Honestly, the difference is Ray at this point, 99.93. That's really what's causing Indonesia to have such a lead as it is right now, but Best Pass is going to drop. That's the first one in the whole match.
Yeah, first drop there from Italy, and that's not going to help them very much. It is, as you said, actually, 5 of these players have very, very similar accuracies. Best Fast lagging a little bit behind, in part due to that miss just before. But it is Ray, as you said before, exceptionally high, 99.93. Way above the other 5 players of the lobby.
Honestly, if you were to look at the average accuracies, Pixie and Stimo would actually be beating Retrorex and Adiza. But Ray is the difference against Best Pass here.
They'll have a third of the map left to go, but Italy definitely relying on Indonesia to find a miss at some point if they want to come back in their own pick here.
Well, this is going to be a break point for Indonesia, and right now, I don't think any changes are going to happen. Even if Best Pass were to be holding that FC, I don't think this would change anything. Because Indonesia Ray is really just carrying the load that Indonesia badly needs, and wow, what a way for the first pick.
Yeah, and you can certainly see, like, Sim0 and Pixie basically exactly tying Retro EX and Adiza right here. Like, these are identical scores pretty much. But it is just that difference, Ray towering over everyone else, 8300 double S here. 997k, and with an unfortunate miss from Belfast, Best Fast, that is.
Well, it is unfortunate, but you gotta keep up. At least you could think that, okay, our team is capable of probably contesting some points against Indonesia. If I were Italy, that would be the mindset I would have right now, and honestly, that's a good way to start.
Yeah, it is up to Indonesia now to decide what to pick. As you said, Indonesia is actually quite strong as a Rice team, so if they feel really comfortable with the Rice, they might keep at it. There is a lot of LNs, 2 LNs left. two of the hybrids as well. I don't think Indonesia are going to be touching the SV. I think Italy is probably going to be the one to risk it if they do need to later on in the match.
Okay, so far, Italy is, I mean, it's just a 1-0, but Italy being at disadvantages early on is not a good sign.
Oh, we're going to stick with the rice. Ikanai borderline here is going to be the pick from Indonesia.
Ikanai borderline. You know, Ikanai borderline seems to be a very popular pick among these teams so far.
Yeah, it's definitely one that we're seeing quite often come up. As I guess the more consistent snapping makes it a little bit easier or a little bit more comfortable, I would say, for teams to try and get good accuracy on. Not quite as comfortable as Guy runs, but still up there relative to the other maps.
Oh, alright, we're just waiting for the referee, I think, to give the signal.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a connection issue, I think, right now with the ref. They should be back very quickly though.
Yeah, this is no biggie. This is no biggie at all. It's just Bancho sometimes can be a little bit I don't know what's the right word. But it can be tricky sometimes.
And here we go, we're back in it.
You know, speaking of this song, can I just say, like, this song has been ringing in my head already after listening to this essentially for like 2 times.
It's catchy. It's a good song. Although it is pitched up quite high with the 1.15 rate.
Though, I'm not sure what to feel about this pick. I do think that, yes, they did win the Rice pick, but this is a totally different pick if you're to compare it to something like Qatar.
Yeah, I think, you know, if we see Italy not make the same kind of miss that we saw before, then this could definitely be really close in terms of the accuracy. They definitely have the players to be able to catch up. We're seeing Kiraz being switched in here for Italy as well. Same 3 players for Indonesia.
I do think Kiraz is capable enough to play picks like this, so I think that was the right switch to do. Though Indonesia will have the accuracy advantage in general, I believe. Though they have to be very careful because Italy is no joke when it comes to Rice maps.
Oh, we're seeing it right here, right out of the gates. These are some really, really high accuracies across the whole board. The lowest accuracy is 99.85. Oh, but Kiraz drops a 200 there. Nothing too major though.
Retrox and Ray are doing really good, and so is Pixie. I did not notice that. Italy is holding a fort of their own in a pick like this, which forces Indonesia to practically make 0 mistakes if they want to win. Yeah,
this is looking quite close. Kiraz dropping a little bit more in accuracy though, down to 99.73. That's going to widen a gap a little bit. Ray's still holding on to this 99.96. That's incredible.
These anchors can really be risky if you're not careful, and I think it's not even damaging that much. Kiraz may have dropped a little bit of act, but that's about it. Indonesia as a team doing amazing. Italy also doing amazing, honestly.
Yeah, Pixie 99.88, Sim0 99.84 now. They're basically keeping up with the whole Indonesian team. Kiraz is a little bit behind, but it's not even by that much, 99.7.
Alright.
It's just the slightly better pairwise accuracies from the Indonesian team.
It does seem like we're gonna be seeing a 6-way FC Very impressive. I think that's a full 990 for everyone. Wow. What is that team score though?
299. This is a triple SS. Two
Wait,
players on Indonesia.
No, 5-way D1 double S. 5-way D1 double S.
Oh, it's just Kiraz with the 2-200s.
Even then, the 2-200 run is actually really good.
It is really good, yeah. 990k from Kiraz is really strong, and that's, I mean, it's crazy to say that's the worst score in the lobby.
These two teams are absolutely killing it. Holy cow.
Yeah,
And
no one's slipping up. Indonesia just wins based off those slight advantages, and it's going to be 2-0 up for Indonesia now. Italy are going to need to find a way in. Although, like, looking at those past two maps, I would say, like, Ikenai Borderline might have actually been one of the picks that Italy was going to go for.
Well, we'll see. We'll see we'll see what Italy is going to pick next. I think if I were Italy, maybe I could try one of the SVs.
SV is still up, that's true. We still have Firestarter. Indonesia and Italy's Stage 1 scores, that is, were pretty close, actually. Indonesia had the better Stage 1 score by 7,000, not even 7,000 points. But it's rough. It's hard to pick it as Italy because you really have no idea how good Indonesia would be on this.
So we're just waiting for Italy to pick right now.
Yeah, but LN density. We're going to LNs.
I'm not sure what I feel about this pick actually.
Only guessed. Interesting pick after banning Xaria as well. As we know, Indonesia, very good at LNs. Italy also was pretty solid at LNs as well, so I can't really see where this one is going to go, really. I think we're going to get a few roster changes as well, now that we're moving away from those Rice picks.
I think we could be seeing players like, let me see actually. Maybe Gui on Mania. You could be seeing them for LNs in Italy instead of Simo, but Simo could also do the LNs if they're confident on those. But we'll see. As for Indonesia, I'm expecting Onta Bekasi.
Yeah. One of the really strong LN players from Indonesia coming in. And it looks like we're sticking with these 6 players, so Italy not changing their roster here for now. Yep, all players just running up. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether Italy can keep up with the LN accuracy of Indonesia. Oh, and here we go.
I think it's gonna be the same lineup, as you said. Here we go. Alma guess. Okay, well, there's a little bit of a rocket start for Onta Vikasi, but that's not gonna matter too much as it is just a start, and that will not really determine the whole match.
Yeah, pretty even starts for both teams overall. Sim0 drops down a little bit, but still 99.7 is good accuracy.
Oh, but as it said, that Simo unfortunately is gonna drop. I believe that's the second one in the match. It's crazy how there's only been 2 breaks so far.
Yeah, because these maps are starting off really hard, but unfortunately that one miss is going to put Italy at a bit of a deficit here. Indonesia going to start pulling ahead in the scores. Onto Bekasi's accuracy gone way back up to 99.8 now. Kiraz and Pixie both keeping up with Onto Bakasi and Adiza right now. But Rei, a little bit better than everyone else in the lobby right now. Sim0 still with that one miss. It's definitely hurting Italy's score. And it is a very, very short map. We're already at the end here. Unless there's a really big miss soon from Indonesia, it's not looking like there's going to be much of a way back in it.
Honestly, you're right with that. There's not really that much time anymore, and it's not as dense as the previous parts. So Indonesia essentially steals it. Unfortunate miss from Simo. Imagine if that didn't happen. Maybe a different outcome would have been the result.
Yeah.
But those 200 counts essentially seal the deal already for Indonesia, because Indonesia has a total that's lower than Simo's 200 count alone.
Definitely. But you can see even in this map, like Pixie and Kiraz, their scores are both better than Onto Bakasi's. Right? They're both getting scores that are basically matching the other two players of Indonesia. It's just Rei, once again, is being so good at every single map. That's really where all the advantage is coming from Indonesia, and they're just winning all of these picks. 3-0 now, and Indonesia get their own pick.
But like, let me just say this: it's not even that big of a difference. Italy has been performing well. They just really need to solidify as a team.
Yeah, we'll see what Indonesia decide to go for, because, I mean, really, the Rice and the LN, both of those kind of maps that we've seen have been quite similar overall. We've seen Italy really keep up with the accuracy, but just fall short a little bit with their third player. And now it's going to be Q-Shell. We're going to see a hybrid here for the first time on stream, actually. We haven't seen a hybrid yet.
Oh, I just realized that right now. This is the first time we're seeing hybrid on stream.
Yeah, all of the teams so far have been opting to just pick the normal Rice maps, the normal LN maps. But now here we go. First hybrid we're seeing. Team Indonesia.
Gotta say, OD8 for a hybrid. Alright, that's gonna be a challenge in accuracy. But considering the caliber of the players and the scores that we've seen so far, I will not be surprised to see low counts all across the board.
Yeah, definitely been really close between all of these players. We'll see if it keeps up with these hybrids. Both teams, again, did quite well on the hybrids during the qualifier stage.
We'll see.
And this one's actually has some fairly technical elements to it as well. So definitely one that you can, potentially find a bit of a miss, a bit of a mistake in as well.
Alright.
I don't know about you, but some of those like LN chords in the middle section, missing those. I do that all the time.
Yeah, double tapping on an LN, at least for me, is like heartbreaking whenever it happens. Oh man, those mini jacks to start off, that's really painful. Adiza will be the first to break. I think that's the first miss we see in Indonesia's side.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Indonesia miss. It's very, very early in the map, so it's not going to be a massive lead for Italy, but it's definitely going to be a lead they need to take right now.
Sure, but Kiraz's AC, I just noticed right now, is actually lower than Adiza's. And I don't think that's a good sign. Indonesia will have to miss one more time if Italy would want to hope that they have some breathing room, but this is literally no breathing room whatsoever.
Yeah, we can see Indonesia slowly starting to take it back, but if Kiraz can manage to bring the accuracy up, he is bringing the accuracy up, 99.6 just about. But
I saw 200
in
in the break section. I just saw 200 in the break section, that's not nice. But Pixie has the best AC in the whole lobby right now, and that's super important.
Yeah, beating Rei actually is crazy impressive right now. And that's just keeping Italy alive in it. It's flickering back and forth, but it's looking like it's slowly starting to go over to Indonesia.
Okay, it is going to Indonesia, but this is the closest difference we've seen so far in all of the matches that we've had. And what a way to do it.
Absolutely, there's still a third of the map left. If Kiraz manages to bring the accuracy up, maybe Sim0 as well, there could be a chance. It's still only like a couple thousand-point lead at the current moment. Any kind of mistake from Indonesia can definitely switch it back.
If Adeza had that miss later on instead of the early part, then this would have probably been Italy's lead still. But that's not the case right now, as these two teams have been really consistent. Unfortunately, Stimo drops some more act, which essentially gives the lead to Indonesia more. Can any chokes happen here? None so far, which will give Indonesia the 4-0 advantage.
Oh, that's so close to the end. Just 6,000 points of difference at the end there.
Wow, Pixie with the V1SS. Oh, Adeza would have V1SS as well without that one miss.
All of these like 200 counts are so good. We get the triple FC from Italy as well. And I mean, we've just got such high level play across the board from all players. But in the end, just barely, Indonesia managing to take it. So 4-0 now. And Italy are up against the wall. They're going to need to win, 5 maps in a row to be able to come back. The full reverse sweep. But it's going to be a tough battle.
I was thinking, maybe Italy could pick Swipe Blue, the other hybrid.
They could. I think Swipe Blue. At this point, honestly, given how all the maps we've seen so far, there hasn't been any map that I've seen and think that, Italy is like bad at this or definitely worse at this. So it's hard to really say any of the maps are a terrible pick for Italy right now. But I would say that, if you're going to have to come back from a reverse sweep, yeah, Firestarter, you may as well pick something risky, right? At least you can win 1 point on a risky pick and start to build some momentum like that. So here we are seeing Firestarter. Both teams have been avoiding it so far.
I just realized something, but like, has Firestarter been a pick that's been shown in stream for like all of them?
Yes, every match on stream so far. It's been a popular pick. Gypsophila gonna be the one that's banned every match. Firestarter picked every match. I think that's kind of expected in a way, given how these two SV maps play out.
I am so interested to see which team practiced more. So looking at the qualifiers, Italy and Indonesia are just 4 seeds apart in SV. And yes, Indonesia does have the advantage if we refer to qualifier scores, but this is a chance for Italy to take.
Oh, it's like a 6,000 point difference between the two teams in stage 1. So really, I can't really say that Indonesia has an advantage here.
And we finally see a blue team on stream to get a point. Oh, actually, there is already a point for the blue team on a match that's happening simultaneously, and that would be Peru versus Argentina.
Yeah, Peru versus Argentina is 1-1 right now. After an unfortunate disconnect, I think, happened in the first map of that match.
That's true. But honestly, you have to move on from stuff like that. You gotta not let it get to your head. So we're just waiting for everyone to get ready, and here we go.
Okay, SV map, let's go. We're seeing Ray Z in for Ray.
Well, That's an interesting swap. I think that's the first time they're on stream as well. Oh, that's a rocky start from Raze, but and actually kind of on Topikasi as well. In fact, they're not able to increase that act.
Yeah, the first pattern can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Very easy to get a 200, especially in very tense situations. But oh my god, that's a really bad one.
That was a
That's
huge
really big one early on in the map, but this is not a map that you expect misses to come on. That's the issue here. So SimZero really going to be looking to try and build up the act. Fortunately, it was in the first like 150 combo-ish, so it's not going to be as bad as a miss in the middle of the map, but it's still going to be pretty huge. Italy is really going to need to start building up the accuracies. Kiraz dropping down below 99% as well, struggling with the accuracy even with the full combo there. It's going to be Indonesia with a lead so far at least. Retro EX and Pixie both. Actually, Retro EX, as I say that, gets a couple 200s there. So Pixie now actually with the strongest score in the lobby right now.
right now. This lead by Indonesia is just increasing. It's just an unfortunate miss by Stimo, and I'm just observing. Ghost tapping seems to be something that these players are doing, and oh, Kira's with a miss.
Kiraz with a miss. Retro EX almost with a miss. Almost backfiring with the ghost tapping there. But there's some accuracy drops across the board from Indonesia here. I feel like the accuracy from Italy shouldn't be too far behind, but the misses are really what's undoing Italy right now.
Well, it is a 3-minute SV map, so you could still hope for some chokes here and there, but it has to happen now. We're at the final quarter of the map. If you want a mistake to happen to the opponent team, it has to happen now, as I said a while ago. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen.
It's looked like they've been close to a couple misses so far. Oh, SimZero getting another miss. Yeah, I mean, with that one, that's the third miss now from Italy. It doesn't really feel like there's any way they can come back. The lead is going to start growing even more. Accuracy is still pretty close, honestly, between the two teams. Actually, I feel like Italy might be almost in the lead. No, it's pretty much tied in accuracy.
I think they would have been in the lead if it weren't for those misses.
Yeah, I think with no misses, Italy would have probably taken this, but unfortunately the misses did happen. And we're at the very end of the map now. It is going to be Indonesia picking up the point. 30,000 points here. And the accuracies, I mean, yeah, the accuracies from Italy do look better.
Yeah, that
without
was
those
so
misses.
unfortunate. That
Just
is true.
unfortunate there.
Though Pixie with the 990 securing that in the map. I think they just 990 in every map that they showed, and that's really an impressive showing. And honestly, Italy should not be ashamed of this performance. They did great.
Italy was so close in so many of those maps. It's actually really impressive for a seed like around 20. Is Italy? 24, I think it was. That's crazy
24.
good. I think, yeah, next week it's going to be Indonesia versus Thailand, which is going to be an absolute banger of a match. And Italy going down, they're going to be facing Sweden, and that's also going to be like a really interesting match, given how well both of those teams played. So they are going to get one more chance, but well done. Congratulations to Indonesia right now, being the winners of this round of 32 match. I believe we still have one match that's ongoing at the same time. Are we going to be switching to that? I'm not exactly sure. But just an update nonetheless. It is Peru versus Argentina happening right now as well. There's been a little bit of connection issues, so current score is only 1-1. Yeah, so just a bit of internet issues. I believe we should be switching over to them now. They're playing just a bit of a recap. The first pick was Peru winning on their own pick, Guy Runs. And then Argentina winning on Firestarter. And here we are. We're getting into it. It is 1-1. We're at the very end of this map, actually. Peru's pick. And, oh wow. Look at these accuracies. This is a 1 miss difference. C90 looks like finding the miss there. Okay, we got to see the last few seconds of a map here. And oh wow, this would have been super close.
Okay, so without the 1 miss, that would have probably been 994 on C90's end, which means Peru would still win this, but barely win it.
Yeah, like 1 to 2,000 points max. Those are some high scores, though. Those are some really high scores. Okay, Peru 2, Argentina 1. We have... Okay, those are some interesting looking picks and bans from Peru. Banning the first rice map and then picking 2 rice maps immediately after. Interesting, we mentioned this earlier actually. Argentina banning the hybrid and both SVs are up. So SV2 is on the table if Argentina want to pick it right now. Firestarter did go in their favor, so it would make a lot of sense.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what Argentina. Oh, here we go. First time it's picked in a tournament, and first time it's gonna be on stream.
Let's go. First time we're seeing the second SV map. This is going to be more. I mean, I feel like this is just the harder SV map in general. The more SV focused SV map. It's got some slow jams. It's got some pretty tricky teleport patterns as well. And it's just pretty difficult to time in general.
Yeah, I think this is one of those maps that's known for being LNSV. Well, not surprised to see the Zero and Lalito on Peru and Henry as well. Argentina with BL5, Stoneworm and Leon Cap. You know, all of these players are really well-rounded in general, so I'm not surprised to see them playing a pick like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think these two countries in general were very, very, very close in the seedings as well. Let me double check that. Peru 15th seed, Argentina 18th seed. This is one of the closest matches in seeding we have this weekend. And I mean, so far at least it's looking like it, 2-1 with a few really close maps. I'm looking at the MP link. Oh, yeah. That first map without the disconnect, it could have gone either way. But we'll never know. Here we go, starting with slow jam here. Nice and simple in terms of the notes, but gotta be careful not to drop any 200s.
Well, I think Lalito unfortunately already did. Though we have to wait, because there's that one jump that always gets me. And it's the one that should be in a bit. Here,
the wavy
I think.
one.
This one.
Yeah, the wavy one.
Yeah, that one always gets me. And alright, looks like everyone practiced.
It's such a calm part of the song, but it's so tense, trying to avoid getting 200s in this intro. And wow, these are some high accuracies across the board. But we're going to be getting into the real meat of the SV now. And Dazro picking up 200s here. Out Henry as well. And Stoneworm.
Lalito dropping to below 98 even.
Yeah, these are some really difficult. This one here, that's a rough one. And we see so many 200s across the board there.
Oh man, I think it's just BL5 and Thor keeping the 99. That is so important. If you're Argentina,
Yeah.
you'd want to hold onto that lead for dear life.
That is a rough amount of drops for Peru there. But everyone, importantly, holding the full combo. And this next section that's coming up, there is a bit of a breakage section. So at this point now, I feel like everyone should be comfortable relatively in this section. So it should be an opportunity to build back the accuracies for Peru.
Wow,
But now
I'm really...
all three Argentinian players, 99.5, 99.4, 99.3.
I'm really impressed to see a 6-way FC, and the accuracies from everyone is also pretty good.
More of these streams here. See if everyone practice these ones. Actually, not massive accuracy drops here. Some of the Peru players, Henry and Dazro, are regaining that 99%. Lolito's not that far behind. But Argentina have had plenty of time to build their accuracies back up. This is a really, really solid team score from Argentina.
Oh man, 6-way FC
Stone
too.
one, no.
Wait, that's a 980. Ah, that scared me for a bit. But 6-way FC, regardless. Wow.
That second last note there is the worst feeling to get a 200 on the chord, and it happens so often. But this is extremely solid. This team score from Argentina, 6 FCs as well on this SV map is very impressive. But it is going to be 2-2. We're actually tying up the match. Close one so far.
I think since it's very close, Peru would probably want to go for Cutter. Argentina would probably go for something like Xeria. Let's see. But right now, if I were Peru, I would probably want to go for something that's rice-oriented, especially considering how good Argentina could be in picks like that.
That said, the Rice maps that we've seen so far have been pretty close. Peru has taken the accuracy lead, but very, very, very barely.
Well, Peru is definitely taking their time.
Oh, we're getting a bit of a switch up here. Peru is going to be leaving the Rice section for now. We're going to see Feel My Rhythm. First LN map we're going to see of the match. And all 3 LN maps are up, so the result of this map could be pretty huge.
Well, I'm actually surprised to see an Ellen pick from Peru, but looking at the qualifiers results, something like Reverence Flower would make a lot more sense to compare to a pick like this, and it does seem like that Argentina is in a disadvantage. So I guess it kinda makes sense. Oh wait, no, actually... Wait, I just realized. On one of Peru's runs, the difference between Peru and Argentina is really close. So, we'll see how this one goes.
It's going to be interesting. Both teams decided to leave the LNs up, so both of them have to feel somewhat comfortable with the LNs, you would have to think. Right?
I will not be surprised if they're comfortable.
Argentinian players just deciding to all leave for a second here. We're just waiting for the last player to get in so we can ready up and start this one. Yeah, it's still 2-all, so both teams can definitely not be affording to lose a break point at this point. We're just waiting still on the third player here for Argentina.
Yeah, there has been no third player so far.
Yeah, there has been, as far as I know, a little bit of connection issues for some of these players during the match, so
I think
might have to be a little bit patient.
That's true. Probably BL5 would be the choice.
It does look like they're inviting BL5 in now. And here we go. Okay, so it should start any second now. We'll be getting into the 5th map. Unless... No?
Well,
we're getting another switch.
So wait, it's gonna be Stoneworm? Alright.
I think BL5 was a little bit unresponsive there, so it might have been a little bit of a connection issue on that end. So Stoneworm has come in now.
Okay, well, I believe this is the final roster for both countries. I think Peru did not change at all, at least coming from the previous pick, and Argentina will have some changes.
Yep, hopefully the connection issues iron out a little bit for the rest of the maps, but here we are, finally, we're into the map. Peru's pick, and it is going to be the longer LN pick, where we're seeing quite a bunch of dense patterns with some tricky releases in them as well. So not an easy one to get high accuracy on, but this intro should be fairly comfortable for all the players.
It seems like Peru is gonna have the stronger start.
Just by a little bit. We have Dazro and Dendro with some exceptional accuracy there. Actually, Henry as well. And I mean, all of Argentina as well, above 99.8. So really, no real big lead between any of the teams right now. It'll all come down to those really dense sections. We've got 3 of them throughout this map. A little bit of accuracy drop from C90 and Greendom there. But nothing too major.
Well, this is where I'm gonna expect some sort of accuracy drop, and Greendom is gonna be the first one to suffer, but not really a combo break yet. Luckily, no team has missed in this map yet. But
This
we'll
is-
see
this is
better
rid-
things.
This is ridiculous. Like Dendro and Dazro. Hello? Dazro finally finds a couple 200s there, but Dendro is holding a 99.9. After that
And
first section, that's incredibly good, and Peru are going to have the advantage now.
Peru is just killing it right now. Dendro is increasing that accuracy. So is the Zero. Argentina just maintaining the same act for a while now. We'll see if the density part or the other density part will affect any of these teams. Though it does seem like Peru is able to withstand those more.
Yeah, accuracies from Stoneworm and Greendom down at 99.6, still really good, honestly.
Still no misses
This-
so far. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, still 6-way full combo. Through this second section, Dendro has finally dropped the 99.9, but 99.85, not really much worse at all. It's just these small differences in accuracy once again. There's only going to be one more section like that for the rest of the map. And Peru just need to hold on to this accuracy lead.
There's some sort of breathing room for Peru, but they have to be careful.
Definitely can't rest just yet. And here we go, last section.
Oh man, still 6 FC.
Henry Alex drops accuracy down to 99.7. But it's not
But
going
that's-
to mean too much. Still higher than Greendom and Stoneworm for now.
And already higher than C92, so that's essentially higher than all of Argentina, despite being the lowest Peru in Peru. So
Yeah,
this is
true,
going to be a really
accuracy
strong.
lead.
This is
Yeah,
going
as
to be a
long
really
as-
strong.
Oh, it is.
Wow.
Oh, 2977. Or the lowest score in the entire lobby to 983, which is very good. Full 6 full combos, I mean to say. And a really, really consistent team score from Peru there. 994, 993, 990. It's going to be Peru managing to take their own pick here. No breakpoints so far in this match. And it's up to Argentina now to see, can they match now? Argentina have no more SV maps. They've just lost on an LN map, and they've lost both of the Rice maps so far. So it's up to them to try and find an avenue now to try and see if they can win one of these extra. It has been really close in a lot of them. But it's going
Now,
to
to
be
be-
Black Lawn finale.
Now, to be fair to Argentina, they lost Guy runs at 300 km per hour because of a disconnect, I believe. So you can't really count that,
true.
out.
That is definitely true. So, I mean, even removing Guy runs from the equation, that could have gone either way. But Ikenai borderline, I mean, that was basically tied. So, yeah, you know what? To be fair, I have no idea which way the Rice is going to go.
Let me add that Ikenai and Guy. Wait, what was that again? Wait, what was the map again? I just forgot
Guy
the
runs
map
and
name.
Ikenai. Guy runs and Ikenai
Okay,
borderline.
let's just say runs. Okay, so Ikenai and runs are kind of the same. Are kind of the same map since they're stamina based, but like Ikenai is much more. Let's just say much more technical as a pick. Though, I would say regardless, I think Argentina could have had a shot at winning that Guy runs pick, considering that it was just a 982k for Argentina, and I think the third player would have definitely reached higher than that.
Yeah, absolutely. But this one here, we're going to see the first tech map here. Black Lawn finale.
I think this is the first time we'll see at the Schmiss for Argentina.
Etechmes. I might need to ask how to pronounce that later. Yeah, we're getting Lolito back in for Peru.
Alright, so I can see why Lolito is going in. Unfortunately, I do think that what do you call this again? Considering that the Zera's performance a while ago on die runs was a little bit lower than the rest of the team, I think that's a reasonable way to pick Lalito in.
Okay, starting off with this one with a few bursts here. A few mini jacks as well in this one.
And
There's
this
a very
is
high BPM as well.
not only that, but it's also complemented with a very, very short time frame, 1 minute and 58 seconds, which means that any mistake here would basically be doomed unless the other team has done a mistake as well.
These accuracies are so high right now across the board. Dendro 99.92. Stoneworm is matching that almost 99.9. But overall, it's looking... Oh, no one has the advantage. No, never mind. It's
Man,
flickering back and forth.
I would go crazy if this would end up as a tie, because it's honestly looking like that. We see two 99.86 and 87. Eta is a little bit higher than Lalito, but Dendro is the highest in the lobby, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're halfway through the map. We're getting towards the end already. It's still flickering.
Yeah,
These
it's still no
accuracies
miss.
are tied. And finally, okay, it looks like Peru have started to edge out a little bit of an accuracy lead now. But it's so tiny. This is... Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind.
Man. The difference is Dendro, honestly. Stoneworm and C90 have to increase it a little bit if they want to win. Because Henry is keeping up with them. ET is trying to increase it. Oh, they have, but is it gonna be enough? I do not think so.
It's all Dendro. Dendro's making all of this difference right now. Oh my god, it's flickering. It's flickering. Oh, but it looks like it's Peru though. This should be a pick for Peru.
Unless
don't the flicker at the
300
end.
points.
Less than 300 points. That's 293. And 5 double S's. 5 double S's. 1 200 from Dendro. That is it. Everyone played perfectly.
That 1x200 almost gave it away to Argentina. That was so scary.
And even with the 200, Dendro with the only person not double S-ing, but the highest score in the lobby, just because of that ratio, 98 300s, and that's really what saved Peru there. Just by the skin of their teeth. That's the first breakpoint we've seen in this whole match. And now, Peru are in such a good position, 4-2. They just need to win 1 of the next 3 maps. And they get the next pick as well.
I think Peru should pick Cutter. Or honestly, one of the LNs.
I don't know about that. I don't know about picking Cutter after that map.
I don't know, but like, considering that Argentina choked at Ikenai, but wait, I just realized that Cutter is more similar to Black Lot. Okay, maybe avoid Cutter. Maybe avoid Cutter.
I don't know if any team really wants to to pick Cutter. I think Argentina might have to eventually. They want to come back in this map, but I think Peru should probably stick with one of the LNs. I think their Feel My Rhythm score was really, really good for the team. But the problem is there's not really another map that's similar to Feel My Rhythm in the pool. Maybe they could go with Axeria? Perhaps?
I would say Almaguest, because considering that Argentina dropped more on the density picks, I think Almaguest is the way to go.
Oh yeah, those density sections really did kill. Well, not even kill it. It just dropped Argentina's accuracy just ever so slightly, and that was enough for Peru.
Oh, they're taking their time. Oh, that's really important because like 4-2 is, yes, you have the advantage, but it's still so close.
There is also the wildcard pick of So Hide Blur.
Okay, they're going for Almaguest.
Almaguest. Okay, Peru's going to stick with the LNs. It worked for them before. But Argentina now, on their last legs, they're going to have to win this one right now. And they have the ability to. By all means, the other LN pick was very close still.
I think this makes a lot of sense for Peru to pick because again, like what I mentioned a while ago, the Ellen density parts in that what was that map again? I forgot the name. It was the Forex map.
Oh,
That-
feel my rhythm, something like that.
All right, yeah, feel my rhythm. Let's just say feel my rhythm.
K-pop.
That was the pick that made me think, okay, so it seems like Peru has the advantage in density. So pick the density Ellen pick, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Yeah, way bigger of an advantage than we just saw in the tech map just before. And just like that, we can see in the chat it is turned over to a new date. Right here, from the streamer side.
Alright, looks like everyone's ready to play now.
Okay, Henry Alex, Lolito Dazero for Peru, C90, Greedom, and Stoneworm for Argentina. I think pretty similar, if not the exact same teams that we saw earlier on the other LN pick.
Here we go. Everyone's in the lobby. This is gonna be the lineups for both of the teams for Almaguest.
Oh, actually, no, never mind. There's no Dendro here. How could I forget the best performing player? So Dendro not playing this, it's going to be Lolito subbed in instead.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see. Can this be the pick that seals the deal for Peru, or will Argentina pull off a last miracle to secure? I believe if let's say Argentina wins this, it would be their pick.
Yes, it would be. And right now, it's looking like Peru has a little bit of an accuracy lead at the very start here.
Azero getting a 200, that is not going to be that scary as Argentina's act is actually a little bit balanced. Wait, as I just said that, it does seem like Argentina has a chance.
All 6 players are so close in accuracy. Lowest is 99.7, highest is 99.83.
I think it's the difference between Henry and Lalito and Guido and Stoneworm.
Very, very close. This is a really short map as well. Any small mistakes matter so much. TV size essentially here, and we're already more than halfway through. Still barely in Peru's favor, this lead. No one's accuracy really changing a whole lot.
Oh man, and no misses yet so far. Very impressive to see these two teams being very consistent on the long note picks. And their accuracies have also been very consistent, apart from the fact that Stoneworm, I think, got a couple of 200s here and there.
Yeah, dropped down just below 99.7, but oh, it's so close. But no one's budging. This accuracy is so good from Peru and Argentina as well. And oh my god, what is this lobby?
A V1SS for C90 and Greedom. So we see two
And
V1SS.
Lolito. We have three
Oh my God,
V1SS's.
Wow,
And,
I think it
it's
was
the 200. It's the 200 count. That's it. The lowest score in the whole lobby, 990k. That's really high. Such a high level performance from both teams, but Peru just barely managing to win all of those maps in a row. It's going to be 5-2 in favor of Peru. They're going to take this match over Argentina.
Well, honestly, Peru did absolutely amazing, but so did Argentina. They put up a really good fight.
I gotta say, Argentina right now are absolutely terrifying. Looking in the losers bracket, I would be scared if I was in the losers bracket versus Argentina. But congratulations to Peru. Peru are going to be moving on. They're going to verse the winner of Philippines and New Zealand. While Argentina
Oh man.
Could be you.
Oh, it could be, but like we'll see. Though Argentina will be facing
Argentina are going to be facing the loser of Philippines versus New Zealand.
So, well, there's your potential matchups, everyone.
Yeah, and that is also going to be it for a little bit for this block now. We are going to have our next match, going to be Brazil versus Norway in about 1 hour. It's going to be a couple matches in that block there as well. So make sure you stay tuned there. Of course, Brazil being #1 seed, very hyped team in this tournament. Stick around to have a look at how they perform. And we'll see you all in 1 hour.